Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? It's Desi here. Hey, figured I'd talk to you all about something that's been going on within my own journey in life. And, I've been holding it pretty close to my chest. Sometimes I don't talk about everything. You know, it's, I've been doing these videos and I always talk about being vulnerable and, being more open. And so, I feel like I got to do that for my viewers as well. And so, I want to talk about something that happened maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I met this person, and we just became instant friends. It was like, when you meet someone and you just hit it off right away and stuff. And the more I got to know him over like the 3 or 4 months period of time, like I just felt like I knew this person forever. Like it was just super easy to communicate, on a just about anything and everything, and one thing led to another, and I'm not gonna lie, just some little bit of feelings got involved, and it wasn't um, just because of the connection itself. I want to say it was because it was so safe, like I wasn't expecting it. I'm sure they wasn't expecting it, and it felt like I could communicate with this person about anything, and it felt like a really safe space, and it was mentally and emotionally, stimulating for me or whatever. And obviously they're very physically attractive too, which never hurts. But more than that, it felt like after a while, it was just like I felt I could see like the interactions with this person. It was just like my inner kid was feeling safe to just be fun and be goofy, and be vulnerable, and you don't always let people see that. And it was very nice. It was a nice place to be, to feel safe. And I don't want to be cliche or whatever, but it felt almost like a home in a way. And I think that's like why the emotions maybe got involved, is because uh, it just felt like such a fun loving space, because we were both just having fun, joking around and being open and honest with each other. And I think it just kind of took both of us by surprise a little bit. So, after, I don't know, maybe a few months of us like just kind of getting on and hanging out, like this, and BSing and being friends. Um, I think I sabotaged the relationship, or maybe they did too. I think maybe it's probably a little bit of both of us. Um, because it's like, I don't know. Once we realized that maybe feelings were getting involved, it was like, well, what do we do about this? And can we continue just being friends? And which I probably should have pushed more towards that, and just let the everything play out naturally. But it just life takes you by surprise sometimes. And it was a beautiful surprise. I never expected it, and I never believed in like twin flames, or um, you know, I believe that there was like, I guess, soulmates and stuff. I wasn't sure about twin flames and stuff like that. They say a twin flame is someone it's like one soul that shares like the same blueprint as the other one. So like you usually have a masculine and feminine energy that share this same blueprint. So you could be completely different as individuals in this lifetime, but you share like the same ideals, the same beliefs, the same way of looking at life, and like I said, until this moment, I was always kind of joked with one of my friends about it and stuff, and I didn't never believed in it, but this was such a strong connection that I had, and it's kind of hard to talk about all the details without sounding like a lunatic. But there was definitely a lot of um, emotions and magnetic pull, and even now, it's been probably a couple months, maybe longer, since I've talked to this person, and even now, like, I still feel the same energy that I felt like when we were talking and getting along. And I don't feel like any animosity towards them. I just, I love them and wish them the best. And if anything, they say like these things happen, these soul connections happen to make each other grow. You're usually a reflection of each other. And so sometimes, you have to come in and you get this mirror reflection of yourself, and then it's just like, oh shit. And then, you got to separate and heal on your own, in your own separate ways. And if you're lucky, I think maybe you'll come back together or something. But, you never know with these journeys because everyone has free will, and you never know. They say that when it is like a twin flame like that, or soulmate, they say that just healing yourself, or I guess it would be more twin flame, it also heals them, and vice versa, because you do share the same soul blueprint. And usually these people, these souls spend lifetimes together, and they take turns being older, younger, vice versa, because one, like, it's like a give and take. It's like one teaches the other one, and then one shows the other one how to be playful, and it's just a good yin yang type of balance, I guess, to life. From the research that I've done and everything, but from a pure emotional standpoint, I've definitely was completely surprised by it. As like I said, I'm sure they were, because I've never really felt a connection like that strong, that quick with anyone, and even after a while, like, if, like, say I go away, and like usually I could just forget about that person, or just move on and get past it. But for some reason, this person always like lingers on my mind, and I always think about them, and I always, wonder like if we're ever going to be able to make amends, and maybe explore what's going on within us. So I don't know, like, this is completely new to me. Maybe people that have been on twin flame journeys, you could get it down in the comments and tell me a little bit about some of the experiences you all had. But this is experience that I've been going through these past 4 months or so, and it's been rough. At first it was all rainbows and butterflies, and it just felt really good. It was like a lot of laughter and feeling really homey, and like just full of love and life, and like great energy, and then afterwards, I wouldn't say that it necessarily, the energy still always stayed the same. It's just more of like, maybe there's definitely a separation and distance, and I do feel like we're both on our own healing path, but there's definitely almost like a little bit of a longing, which is unique, I would say, for this. And like I said, I've never really felt that towards anyone or any, because it's just, it's easy to usually forget someone when you add space. And so this is like one of the first times where I've added plenty of space, and I still get the same like emotions or magnetic pull towards this. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to say, but sometimes that's what life's about, you know. It's supposed to be a mystery. Um, you know, we're not supposed to know all the answers. I do definitely feel like I'm grateful because, you know, during that short little bit of time, like I felt like that was like a deepening of like my soul or something somehow, you know. And no matter like what happens, I know that we're both a catalyst for each other to heal in some way on this path. And so yeah, I guess that's where I'm at with it. uh, just wanted to try to be honest with you all and be honest with myself. Sometimes, like I say, I talk about being vulnerable, being emotionally open, and this isn't stuff that I would normally share. And you know, who knows? The more I get comfortable, the more I might go into talking about my spirit guides or animal totems, or you know, different things that you know, we learn as we grow on the spiritual path. But as of right now, you know, I'm pretty happy with where's life at. But I definitely feel like this relationship tugging at my soul a little bit, and the separation has, I won't say it's been tough, but it's like I feel like it happened too quick, and it's like we were just kind of like learning about each other. And you know, I just felt like there was so much love or mutual respect there. And the only thing that I can relate it to from meditating and like reading and doing all my stuff that I do is just had to be like a twin flame connection or something, because it was just an intense experience, and it still is. So anyways, beautiful Sunday. I worked most of the day. It's a long day, but back at the house, about ready to relax and you know, figure out something to do here. But I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hopefully we can have more, you know, videos, and we could comment more. And I would like to try to do some like live stuff, so where I could like maybe meet some people that are subscribing. But I guess I need to see some stuff down in the comments first. I feel like I would just be on there like by myself with my mom or something, you know. But we'll figure something out. Just like I said, gonna keep doing these, and who knows where it's gonna lead. But I feel like when we could be open and honest with each other, with ourselves, it is gonna make the world a better place. You know, by opening up to what we're feeling and what we're doing. And I love you all, and just try to make this world a better place.